Hello everyone, I'm Kallol Dahal, and in today's class we are going to learn about A Terrifying Night and The Echoing Green from grade 7. So let's begin.
Reading 1. A Terrifying Night. Shortly after the war, my brother and I were invited to spend a few days' holiday with an uncle. He had just returned from abroad. He had rented a cottage in the country, although he rarely spent much time there. We understood the reason for this after our arrival. The cottage had no comfortable furniture in it. Many of the windows were broken and the roof leaked, making the whole house damp. On our first evening, we sat around the fire after supper, listening to the stories which our uncle had to tell of his many adventures in distant countries. I was so tired after the long train journey that I would have preferred to go to bed, but I could not bear to miss any of my uncle's exciting tales. He was just in the middle of describing a rather terrifying experience when there was a loud crash from the bedroom above, the one where my brother and I were going to sleep. "It sounds as if the roof has fallen in," exclaimed my uncle with a loud laugh. When we got to the top of the stairs and opened the bedroom door, we could see nothing at first because of the thick clouds of dust which filled the room. When the dust began to clear, a strange sight met our eyes. A large part of the ceiling had collapsed, falling right onto the pillow of my bed. I was glad that I had stayed up late to listen to my uncle's stories, otherwise, I should certainly have been seriously injured, perhaps killed. That night, we all slept on the floor of the sitting room downstairs, not wishing to risk our lives by sleeping under a roof which might at any moment collapse on our heads. We left for London the very next morning, and my uncle gave up his cottage in the country. This was not the kind of adventure we cared for. Now, let's go to the exercises. Learn these words and use them in the sentences below. The road to Karnali is dangerous, however, it's an adventure to travel along the road. Look, the building has dash. Let's not go nearer. Collapsed. My sister studies abroad. She is in Australia. Our grandfather tells us terrifying stories about witches. The roof of the cottage leaks. It makes the cottage damp throughout the rainy season. Now, I hope you will be able to do this exercise, so do it as your homework. Similarly, do question answer as well. Now, let's go to grammar. Choose the correct answer. Dash drive a car. Can he drive a car? Can the children read yet? Yes, they can. He dash when he was a child. He couldn't swim when he was a child. Dash draw well when you were a child. Could you draw well when you were a child? She can swim 2 kilometers. Complete these sentences with the words from the brackets. We stayed inside because of the storm. I wanted to stay longer since I was really enjoying the party. Dash, she hated cats. She wasn't happy when her husband bought 3. As she hated cats. Now, the remaining ones, I hope you would be able to do it on your own. Reading 2. The Echoing Green. The sun does arise and make happy the skies. The merry bells ring to welcome the spring. The skylark and thrush, the birds of the bush, sing louder around to the bell's cheerful sound, while our sports shall be seen on the echoing green. Old John with white hair does laugh away care, sitting under the oak among the old folk. They laugh at our play, and soon they all say, such were the joys when we all, girls and boys, in our youth time were seen on the echoing green. Till the little ones weary, no more can be merry. The sun does descend, and our sports have an end round the laps of their mothers. Many sisters and brothers, like birds in their nest, are ready for rest, and sport no more seen on the darkening green. A poem written by William Blake. Now let's go to the exercises. Match the words in column A with their meanings from column B. Oak, a kind of a tree. Merry, happy. folk, people in general. Arise, to rise. Descend, to go down. Weary, very tired. Now, I hope you'll be able to do this. Choose the correct answer because all the answers have been given in the text. So do it as your homework. Now let's go to grammar. Complete the sentences with because or because of. We cancelled the trip because of the rain. He sat down because he was feeling dizzy. It is because of your mother that we got into this mess. We hurried indoors because it was raining. So this way I hope you'll be able to do the remaining ones as well. And with that we come to the end of this unit as well. How did you find today's class? If you have any suggestions or advices or any complaints, you know how to get back to us. It is learning@dearwalk.edu.np. So until we come with another unit, have fun and goodbye.